Whenever we get to a groundbreaking, I like to look back on the process that we've been through and kind of think about a theme of that process to get us to where we're at today. And as I look back on this particular project, one word came to mind, and that was collaboration. It was collaboration from all the parties that are here today, but most specifically with the precision planning team, CBRE, Mayor Kaufman, and the Village of Morton staff, and Ryan Companies. And each group worked together to plan, design, and prepare for this site for the best possible development for precision planning in the Village of Morton. So thank you all for that collaboration. Without it, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have been as efficient. And it's really that preparedness is what sets us up for success in the execution part of this. Additionally, this project allowed for collaboration of most of the service lines at Ryan Companies. We were able to provide development services, architecture and engineering services, and obviously construction. And providing this allowed us to streamline and be efficient with our process that helped lead us to the groundbreaking today. So myself and the Ryan team look forward to further collaboration as we execute the plan we've put in place. We're now starting the fun part of the process. This is where the rubber meets the road. So building this team's story, where we hope precision planning and the Village of Morton can thrive at this project for years to come. So with that, we have a number of speakers today. Hopefully they can tell their story of the process thus far and their vision of the project moving forward. We're happy that you're here. We hope you have a little fun and get excited about the project. But first off, I'll open it up with Mayor Jeff Kaufman.
Thank you. To say that this is a big day for Morton, it's true, but it's also a big day for the entire area of Tazewell County. For Precision Planning, a division of AGCO, to come to Morton, a billion-dollar corporation, to build a new facility the size of 9 football fields is extraordinary, and it's the biggest thing that came to Morton since Caterpillar. But it establishes this entire area as an agricultural hub for years to come. And in a deal, I always say everybody tries to move their marbles. But to make a deal, it has to have integrity, honesty, and fairness. And I can tell you firsthand that happened here with all parties. Integrity, honesty, and fairness ruled the day, and AGCO needs to know that. They had exceptional individuals doing their part, and they need to know that. It was our first in-person meeting was over here at Freedom Hall, and Ryan and Company, Kyle, ran the meeting, and my Public Works Director, Craig Laudermilk, who is here, said for the first time we had an agenda, we had the questions asked that should be asked ahead of time, answers, and I took the village staff, Ryan Company had staff there, and the back and forth that went for an hour and a half was actually astounding, that we could match them tit for tat, and we're a population of 17,000. So I was proud of everybody, but there was integrity and honesty in that meeting. There was Ryan and Company, there was CBRE, Tracy Buckingham and her staff, Precision Planning, Chuck Boyer and Keith Crow were sitting to my right around the table, Steve Kerr with Morton Kerr and others. And it was just an outstanding group of people, and you hired the right people. But to me, what was really impressive was at the end of the meeting, when Keith Crow was exceptionally professionally and honesty mentioned how they felt precision planning brought value to Morton, and if we had considered tax abatement. I responded immediately and said, yes, we realize that you bring value to Morton, and we will come up with a fair tax abatement policy. Shortly after that, I had my first really private conversation with Chuck Boyer and Keith Crow. And again, just every along the way was outstanding people, and you could feel that integrity. But as we learned in that first meeting, and when I say I learned, our Director of Public Works, Craig Laudermilk, Trustee Steve Leach, who's here today, and myself, the three of us learned something that day. Because of Precision's honesty and integrity, we learned their employee count now, what their future counts might be, and what their in and out transportation needs were. And we knew immediately that one entrance was going to be a failure. We knew we needed a second entrance. We went directly back to Craig Laudermilk's office, and we had him come up with what it was going to cost to put Flint Street in, which runs parallel with the high wires here, down to MatCor to 98. That day, or a couple days later, we realized it was going to be a $2.6 million infrastructure expense. At our second meeting with all these parties, we mentioned that the Village of Morton wanted a second entrance and we were going to pay for it. I'll never forget Tracy's reaction to that. She goes, "You're going to pay for that?" And I had a question, and I says, "Tracy, there's no free rides in Morton, Illinois. My legal counsel has assured me, and for the next 10 or 20 years, anybody that accesses the road, the citizens of Morton, will get back their $3 million. So, but we also knew the Village of Morton, it was a right and honest thing to do. But again, integrity was ruling the day. It was cooperation. So I'd like to talk about one other meeting I had, and that was on a Friday afternoon at 3:30. Keith Crow called and wanted to have a meeting. We were there for 2 hours. We discussed things and went back and forth. I gave him my honest perception of how the deal was constructed and where things were going. We did not have any agreement that they were coming here for sure. I told him you could pick up the building and go anywhere, but I told him what Morton had to offer. But I asked him a simple question. You had to be impressed. A population of 17,000 realized you needed a second entrance and was willing to pay for it. He tilted his head and he goes, "Jeff, we were." And from that meeting, I was impressed again with the honesty and integrity of Precision Planning personnel and everything. And what that led to was one more conversation we had when we needed to increase the tax abatement to cover some costs and different things. And I told Keith, well, why don't we include the 20 acres going south here along with this 65? Anything being built within 10 years will get automatic tax abatement. We both agreed. And it was just impressive. But what that does, it helps secure the quality of life issue in Morton, Illinois. Because just what taxes are paid, even during tax abatement for 5 years, to our school board, library, park district, ensures our quality of life in Morton. Morton citizens like the quality of life we have. So when I talk to citizens, I tell them about our meetings, how we got to the second entrance, and then I even tell them about our water line, which originally was going to be an 8-inch water line coming under 55 to $250,000 when we made the deal. I think it was last Monday night we approved the contract for $1.2 million water line, 16 inches, and we're not crying about it. When I tell the citizens what we did and the quality of life issues, they're all supportive of it, and the citizens are proud to have Precision Planning here. They see the value of it, and it's just been an interesting proposition. But our theme today has to be the incredible integrity and honesty through this whole procedure, that with the honest answers we could get and provide the citizens what they need, along with Precision and AGCO. And AGCO, you hired the right people. Impressive. Thank you for joining Morton in this endeavor.
Thank you, Mayor Kaufman. I really like the addition of those themes of honesty, integrity, and we plan to take those through the rest of the project and on forward. So next, I want to turn it over to Executive Vice President with CBRE, Tracy Buckingham Payette.
I'm going to try this without my sunglasses, but it's a little bright. I'm not as tall as the mayor. Good afternoon, everybody. I am here today with my two colleagues, Stephanie Park and Blaine Kelly. We have the honor of representing AGCO and Precision Planting on this real estate project. So on behalf of CBRE, we wanted to thank everyone here for making this project the success that it is and really bringing it to fruition. I just want to share a few things about the process we went through, and then also a lot of thank yous, because this wouldn't be happening today if it weren't for everybody here. Creating a successful real estate strategy requires a great partnership with our client. And I would like to thank the Precision Planting team and the AGCO team for being a great partner and allowing us to be their trusted advisor. Keith Crow and Chuck Boyer were our day-to-day contacts. They were really instrumental in creating the real estate strategy so that it aligned with their business objectives. But also, as we navigated through the challenges of the pandemic and the ever-changing real estate market and the supply chain constraints, they were just, I can't say enough about them. They were just wonderful to deal with. So Keith and Chuck, thank you very much for all of your directive. For CBRE, this project began over 2 years ago. I think that was the first call we got, and Blaine, you can refresh my memory, but it was during the pandemic when we received our first phone call about this project. And I will say that this began as a multi-market search, and it wasn't, just Illinois being considered. It was multi-markets, and labor was considered, the supply chain was considered, and overall communities. That search brought us here to Morton, Illinois. And I would like to thank the Village of Morton, Mayor Kaufman, Craig Laudermilk, the village officials, Leanne Brown, and the Morton EDC and Chamber of Commerce for all of their support throughout the project. I would also like to thank Justin Farrell, who's here with Coldwell Banker Commercial. Justin was the broker representing the land sellers and really helped us get through that whole process as well. And lastly, I would like to thank Kyle Schott and the Ryan Companies for their thoughtful approach to the overall development, design, and construction. As a trusted real estate advisor to Precision Planting and AGCO, it's important for us to make sure we're bringing in the quality of developers for you to interview and make the best decision for you. And I think you made that great decision in Ryan Companies. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. And I apologize. The first mistake of the presentation, I passed over Keith. No. The boss man himself. Keith, if you want to come up and say a few words, appreciate it.
Good afternoon. What a nice day to have this event. And as I've had some conversations here as we started the event, it's impressive just being here and seeing the magnitude of this project and what it means, not only for Precision Planting, but AGCO, but also the community. Really appreciate everyone coming out for this. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the to the Ryan Company team, as well as to Chuck Boyer and the EDC for helping put this event together. I am notoriously bad, and the people in the white shirts can attest to this, at celebrating the success. And I'm always focused on just keep going to the next project and the like. And I think this is a good reminder of the importance of pausing and just celebrating where we're at and how far we've come in this project, but also recognizing that we're not at the finish line yet. And so there's still more work to be done, but I'm very excited to be a part of this. This all kind of came about really about 3 years ago. We had just finished up kind of a 5-year ambition plan that really talked about kind of what is possible for precision planting. What can we unlock and what can we do as a company? And coming out of that, we realized one of the areas that would have to change is our operations. And we knew that we did not have the scale that we needed to get to where we wanted to be. And so that's kind of what started this project. Soon thereafter, as we were going through that project as well, we realized we have a pipeline full of technology, of finding problems that cause yield robbing events in the farm and creating solutions that come about that. We also recognize that we have a great sales team that goes out and equips dealers and growers and teaches them the importance of technology on the farm. But one of the things that we do not do is real estate or construction. And so as part of that, we needed partners, and I'm happy to say that CBRE was the first partner that we brought on board. And to Tracy's point, the first call was in March of 2020. I'll never forget it. I'd just gotten back from Florida. Kristen in HR called and said, you cannot come to the office due to travel restrictions and COVID. And Blaine and I had a nice conversation just about what our vision was, what we were trying to achieve, and kind of stepping through what is the process, where do we go from here, and really just kind of walked through that with us. And I've been very grateful for the CBRE team. We have, because we're not real estate experts, we probably ask a lot of dumb questions, but I appreciate the professionalism and just continuing to come alongside us and helping us understand the pros and cons of the decisions that we're making. Tracy mentioned Ryan Company. We did an extensive search for a developer and construction company, and as Chuck said last night at dinner, there was just this feeling of it just felt right as we met with the Ryan Company. And I've been extremely impressed with the attention to detail of the team and the process up to this point. And still have a long ways to go, but I'm confident in the team and where we're at and the preparation that has gone into where we're at and where we're going to finish this project out. Also, as part of this process, even though we've been established here in Morton for quite some time, I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with Mayor Kaufman, the EDC, Leanne, and overall, I just want to say thank you guys for your collaboration and willingness to come to the table and work with us as we, are very excited about the opportunity to remain in Morton, and not just remain in Morton, but also, plant our kind of flag in the Morton area, so to speak, with this building project. And to that point, we want to continue to be good stewards of the village, and so we look forward to further collaboration as we go forward. In addition to, ultimately we want to be an employer of choice in the greater Peoria area. And so really appreciate the support through this process up to this point and kind of going forward here. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to the AGCO leadership team and the board of directors for the continued support and investment in precision planning. As I was thinking through this morning, it dawned on me that next week is the 5-year anniversary of AGCO acquiring precision planning. And anytime you have an acquisition, you just never know exactly how things are going to play out. And the thing that's really impressed me about AGCO through the years is their continued investment into the precision planning business, as well as the employees. And that's no greater apparent than this here today as we look at this site and the amount of capital that's necessary to take us where we want to be. And so it's been very humbling to be a part of this leadership team and be a part of this company and see the growth over the last 5 years, and as we've been invested in by AGCO. And it's even more exciting as I stand here thinking about the next 10 years and what it looks like ahead of us with these type of investments, as well as I hope 10 years from now, 15 years from now, we're looking at expanding this building to the full capacity, close to 1 million square feet. So overall, with that, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here. Appreciate everyone's partnership and collaboration as we've gone through this process, and helping it make it easy for us so that we can focus on what we're good at and allow you guys to do what you guys are good at. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Keith. Great comments, and we know we got a long road to go still, but we're going to execute for you. Next up is Village of Morton Economic Development Council member Leanne Brown.
Well, good day to everyone. As Kyle said, I'm Leanne Brown. I am the CEO of our Morton Economic Development Council and the Executive Director of our Morton Chamber of Commerce. And when you sit back and you reflect on the Morton Economic Development Council mission to build a strong and sustainable economy and community and through collaboration. We are amongst it today and celebrating all the work that's happening behind us and all the work that's been put forth to get us to this day. So reflecting back to cultivating relationships and our early conversations with CBRE, and certainly a long-time relationship with Chuck Boyer, and glad this project can keep you around, Chuck. We've had a lot of conversations and partnerships with the Chamber, but certainly and most importantly for AGCO and precision planting. ag tech is a critical, sustainable industry for our Morton community and for our greater Peoria region. And this expansion really puts us at the forefront of future opportunities, not only for us as a community, but as a region, but most importantly for people. And that's what we're all about in economic development, is investing in opportunities for people, whether that's the business or the workforce. So thank you for AGCO, your investment and precision planning for this just exciting project. We look forward to emerging our ag tech industry and continuing our great partnerships with all of you. So thanks for all the collaboration and partnership. This is only going to set pace for many other opportunities going forward. For other development, we already have wonderful partners at the table, more projects ahead, and just a great community we have that's very excited for this project and the opportunities on the horizon. So thanks again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Leanne. As a developer, you get to see across the country the important work that economic development teams do to create these opportunities. And so thank you very much for all that. Next up, Senior Vice President with AGCO, Seth Crawford.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you all for being here today. It's quite exciting for us. Keith mentioned in 2017, AGCO made the decision to invest in precision planting. As a company, we saw the need to reinvent ourselves and truly grow into the precision ag space and to continue to be relevant to farmers. Our purpose is to deliver smart farming solutions to sustainably feed our world in collaboration with farmers. And farmers tell us each and every day about how important that technology is. And you don't have to look very far in Tazewell County to find cornfields. So it's not just supporting the county, it's not just supporting the village, it's supporting the infrastructure to truly feed the world. And the business here, since it's been around over the last 30 years, has continued to grow. And our aspiration as a company is to grow our precision ag portfolio to $900 million by 2025, of which precision planting is going to play a really big part of that. And that's why we're investing, because we believe in the employees that have made this a great business and the innovative culture that we have here. We believe in the partnership that we have with Tazewell County and with the village of Morton. So thank you all for the partnership, and we look forward to that very bright future ahead. I'd like to offer a special thank you to Chuck Boyer for all of your leadership here, and to Keith Crow. These guys are the ones who really put a lot of this together to help us make this day a reality and to get this site moving. There are many times when you can just sit back and continue to rent facilities and scrape by, but they've helped paint that vision. And the rest of the employees of Precision continue to innovate to make us emphatically say, yes, we want to make this investment. So there's no doubt that for all the Precision employees, we believe in you and we're investing in you. And then finally, I'm super excited to come back next year when we have the grand opening, because it's been a great partnership by all stakeholders involved. The Ryan Company, the CBRE folks, the county and village representatives. Thank you all for your commitment. Thank you for support of precision planting and AGCO overall. With that, I'll turn it back to you, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you, Seth. I think it kind of goes without saying, but thank you for support of the vision of growth in this industry. I think it's important for obviously not just the county, not just Illinois, but the ag industry nationwide. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Gary Shaheen. He's a former group president with CAT and former AGCO director of the board. So Gary, if you want to.
Kyle, thank you. And before I get started, Mayor Kaufman, I don't need a building in Morton, but you made me feel like I wanted to build one. So I've been to many of these types of events over my 40-plus year career at Caterpillar, and I can assure you the cooperation from all of you, the Ryan companies, Precision Planting AGCO, that story stands out. Congratulations. Kyle, before I start my remarks, Ryan's a good customer of Caterpillar. You know, while I'm a retiree, it makes my heart proud to see all this shoulder equipment working. Keep that up. When they asked me to make a few comments together and represent the board this afternoon, I said I would if I didn't have to speak more than 120 seconds. So I'm going to hold it to that, and I'm going to take a different tack. I had no role in what you all identified here as a cooperative effort. I wasn't involved in selecting the land and all that, but I was involved. I was on the board of AGCO for 12 plus years. I was lead director for 8 or 10 years, and this project came before us. And when we announced 5 years ago the acquisition of Precision Planting, we made a commitment at that time, but if Precision Planting people did their part, we'd invest. And we're investing. This will end up being north of $75 million before it's all equipped. If it is double, that'll probably take us up to $150 million. With some inflation, it's probably $175 or $200 million. So you guys, Precision Planting team, have the challenge to make that worthwhile. And based on your track record, you will. And I'm pleased to see a controller have a place at the podium, because it'll be his job to track all this. My last 60 seconds, I'm going to talk about AGCO, because Precision Planting is a part of AGCO, a very important part. Our company is only 35 years old. I got involved with them 15, 20 years ago. I sold the Caterpillar belted ag tractor to Bob Ratcliffe, who then was the CEO of AGCO, and he asked me to join the board. And because we were involving the Caterpillar dealers in the distribution of AGCO products, my management at that time said, hey, go for it. We should have somebody on the board. And that's worked out very well. And I could go through a myriad of stories, but at the end of the day, I want to make all of you apostles of AGCO. I want you to know a little bit about this company, so when you get out, you can not only be proud of this facility and Precision Planting, but you've joined up with a good company, AGCO. You joined up with a company that is only 35 years old. When I went on the board, we were probably selling $2 billion worth of product. We're at $13 billion, headed to 20 today. This will be a big part of it. I like that $1 billion estimate somebody made for Precision Planting products. But we don't sell any products with the Caterpillar brand, with the AGCO brand on them. When this company was started years ago, the people who formed this company wanted to gather up existing farm equipment companies that were kind of on the downward trend, fix them up, weld them together, and make a strong company out of it. So I'm going to read you a bunch of brands that you may or may not know are part of the AGCO family. The Challenger, which was purchased from Caterpillar. And as we searched for a name at AGCO for that, I suggested, well, Caterpillar has, I hope my number's right, 7 letters in it. Challenger starts with a C and has 7 letters in it. I hope it does. And so we went to market with Challenger. Fendt, you don't know Fendt. That's a European brand made in Oktoberdorf, Germany. It is the world's Rolls-Royce of tractors, and is just now being brought to North America. It is without a doubt the highest technology, 1,000 horsepower, 4-wheel drive tractor in the world. And it's going to make its mark in North America. That's part of the AGCO family, as Precision Planting is. Massey Ferguson, an old name, targeted at a certain customer base. Valtra, a Finnish company, real solid farm tractor made in Europe and in South America. And you won't see them in North America, but if you travel with your family to either Europe or South America, you might see them. Fella, Gleaner. Gleaner is a combine, a middle-of-the-road combine, which we still sell into many markets. Grain bins. You've seen the name Butler. You've seen the name Sukup or something. But the fastest growing grain bin company is GSI, located down in southern Illinois, a little bit, I think, east of Decatur, and that's owned by AGCO. White Planters, a staple in the planting business and farms in North America for years. We bought that company, and it's very much closely tied, I would assume, to the precision planting people. And then sprayers, Rogator and Terrogator. And I guess the story is for all you new apostles to be aware of, our major competition in North America is John Deere and Case. Nothing wrong with that. Every competitor needs a strong competitor. We now hold today, in my opinion, and speaking on behalf of the board and our CEO, Eric Hansotia, we feel we have the best large tractor in the market today. We've just introduced the highest production and efficient combine that the market has ever seen. Seth, your old employer, John Deere, is a couple steps behind us, and if we do our job, we'll stay ahead of them. So our farmer today can start buying AGCO-owned products, including precision planting, to be more productive, efficient, with a long-term future that will feed this plant and cause it to grow. I'll end by saying the board's strategy is to have the highest technology products in the marketplace, quality built, with technological subsystems such as efficient precision planting and others to make the farmer in North America and around the world more efficient than he's ever been. So congratulations to the precision planting people. Congratulations to Ryan. Congratulations to the village. That's what he's stretching that word. The village of Morton. And it will, I'm sure this project will be successful and do for all of you what you want done, because this product is for real, and this product needs this. So congratulations.
Thank you very much for your comments and listing all of the future Ryan Company's clients as well. With that, that kind of wraps up all of our speakers, but I do want to mention a few more names of thanks team members. First, from our construction side, Adam Zarek and Brendan Smith, they're leading the management of all this, the contracts, and going to be part of the execution team. Then you got the guys that are getting dirty out here in the site, and that's Wade Hammond and Jason Camello. Thank you guys very much. From design, Adam Novoy is here, and Tim Choi, and is anyone else here from the design team? Well, thank you guys for your efforts. And then lastly, I want to comment on two individuals that really helped put today together, and that's Kelsey Peck and Becky Deal. So thank you very much. I think that's enough patting on the back for today. Again, we're very excited to be here in the village of Morton, working with Precision Planting and AGCO. Collaboration has been the theme in my mind. Honesty and integrity, I like that too. So thank you one last time, and let's take some photos. If we want to start leading up over here.